Hey, welcome to another episode of Straits Talk. We got another question to answer. When did we put flags in front of Grand Hotel? Great question. We've had flags in front of Grand Hotel or on Grand Hotel since we opened. The flags that originally were on the cupola, which is in the center of the hotel, and then we had flags on either end of the hotel on the peak. But I think the question was, when do we have the flags out front? Grand Hotel is asymmetrical. The part we're standing in right here is the original part, and we've had 37 expansions. We went from 326 feet, 660 feet. So one end of the porch is longer. It has 6 flags. This side has 4 flags, giving us a total of 10. And when did we put them here? We had no suites when we opened for years. We built the presidential suite. They started building them in 1933. They finished in 1936. Presidential suite is right above the red carpeted steps when you come in. Now, those balconies there were built years before that. James Radington Hayes, the manager between 1890 and 1900, wanted to create this grand entrance. So the balconies were built in the front of the hotel with no rooms behind it. There was actually a rotunda that went up 2 stories. And that was to welcome guests in grand style. The guests would come up in the carriage. The manager of the hotel was to meet them at the steps. The majority of our guests stayed the whole season, which was 2 months. So the employees lined the steps to learn their names, room numbers, likes, and dislikes. When they got to the top of the steps, James Radington Hayes would make a little sign before the doorman could open the doors, and the musicians in those 2 balconies would stand up and start playing music to serenade them grandly in the Grand Hotel. That's how the balconies got there. And then Mr. Woodfill said, hey, we don't have a presidential suite. So we built a presidential suite in front of the larger balcony. The second balcony was smaller. He built the governor's suite. So when we decided to entice our first president, which we've had 5 presidents here, President Truman was the first one, they put flags. So to answer your question, when did the flags in front of the hotel come? In the late 1930s, 1936 or 1937. When you look at old postcards and images, though, you got to be careful because sometimes they imprinted flags on there that never even existed. But the 10 flags out front, I would say 1937 would be a safe bet. Hey, thanks for listening. If you have any other questions, leave them in the comment box below.